Welcome back to the best elite Supercoach Masters podcast. There is Supercoach Masters. And I'm here with Matt Zees. I'm Geordie.
And I'm Matt Zees. I'm here with Geordie. And we are the best Supercoach Masters.
You look fantastic.
No, Jules. Wow, thank you.
You look great.
What? Oh.
Anyway, I don't think these guys want to see us jack each other off anymore.
All right, cool.
So let's get straight into it. Brisbane Lions.
Brisbane Lions.
Brisbane Lions.
Brisbane Lions.
Now, okay, Brisbane Lions champ. Fucking great season last year.
Oh, very good season last year. I think they will top it off again with all those new recruits.
Ooh.
They're going to look
Tell me those new recruits, champ. Because besides,
you can tell me those new recruits. The new recruits that everyone would be thinking about is, I think, kind of Supercoach relevant, but
yeah,
Dunkley, Connor McKenna, even Gunston to an extent, just to kick some goals up the forward line.
Absolutely. I reckon Gunston's a great pickup.
For what it's worth. They lost McStay. Who would you rather, McStay or Gunston? It's a tough one, isn't it? For a premiership window. Such a spearhead.
I'd rather Gunston. He's just got
He did play. Anyway, so obviously Ashcroft.
He's like a...
So you got Ashcroft, Dunkley. You got, there's about 3 or 4 new recruits that could definitely be named round one and play 20 odd games.
You know what? Okay, we'll get to it in a second because we'll do this in order because I'm really keen to talk about these Brisbane players.
Let's go.
Now, your best primo, Supercoach relevant, who you got?
It was a tough one to decide, but of course we're going to go with my old Starshare boy, Lucky Neal. Lucky Neal's the best primo. It was obviously him or Dunkley.
It's Josh Dunkley.
I think it's Lucky Neal.
But you have Josh Dunkley, not Lucky Neal.
Yeah, but if Lucky Neal was in the forward line, I'm pretty sure
Lucky Neal isn't in the forward line.
I know, because we love midfield players, but Dunkley is
the best Brisbane primo.
For the forward line, yes.
No, for picking.
I disagree. I think Neal.
But you don't have him.
Doesn't matter if I have him or not. I've only got $10 million, and he's like so much money.
Yeah, no. So Dunkley would be the best primo.
Dunkley,
Because they choose in Supercoach.
What sense though?
They choose in Supercoach.
Do you think he's going to average more than Neal?
No.
Well, then I'll think Neal is the best primo.
He's not, because you're not picking him. Best primo to pick in Supercoach.
I don't know. Well,
Dunkley and Neal.
Dunkley and Neal, but I think there's a bit of confusion here.
Best primo to pick in Supercoach.
If I think who's going to be a primo to me is who's going to average the most in the whole Supercoach, and I think it's Neal.
But the best primo to pick.
The best primo to pick is the only
Dunkley.
Obviously, because he's in the forward line. If Neal was in the forward line, he would be Neal.
And if Neal was in the fucking ruck, he'd also be there. But he's not. So let's talk sensibly now.
All right. Dunkley is probably in the most picked players. Yes, of course. That's established. She's like 64% of teams.
Just because 64% of people do it doesn't mean it's the right thing. But it is the right thing in this case.
Of course it's the right thing. You know why? Because if Dunkley was in the midfield...
Because he's the best primo.
He will be not... If Dunkley was in the midfield...
But don't ifs. You're saying ifs. We're not talking in ifs. We're talking about currently.
Lucky Neal is the best primo. He's going to average more than Dunkley.
The best Supercoach pick is fucking Dunkley. Now, moving on.
It hasn't even been 4 minutes.
Get the fuck out!
It hasn't been 4 minutes and we're arguing about who the best primo is.
It's alright. It's
Jordy,
a misunderstanding. Okay, from now on, we'll do the best Supercoach premium to pick.
No, I'm going to do it. The best Supercoach premium.
Alright, so we're going to do one different thing. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Cool.
Fucking wanker.
Dickhead.
Fuckface.
What a wanker. Alright, Neal's the best primo to pick in my opinion. Dunkley, look, I did say Neal or Dunkley. Dunkley, any other position, if he's just midfield over Neal, I think there'll be more pick players for Neal. But Dunkley is in the forward line and there's so much shit below Dunkley. Maybe minus about 3 or 4 players that you want to get after Dunkley right now. But yeah, Dunkley has just made it easy for everyone to pick. So by Geordie's standards, yes.
First for the guys out there, because there is 36% of people that don't have Dunkley, is there any reason not to pick Dunkley this year? No. There's no reason. He's looking real good. He's going to get more midfield time. I think he's one of the best premium picks he will be in the best top 2 forwards minimum, easy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He shouldn't even be in the forward line. He should be a midfielder only.
No, he should.
And even if then, he'd be one to consider as a POD because he's gonna belt out some big scores.
I know.
Dunkley's a great pick. If any of the Supercoach Master community doesn't have him, I strongly want
Change
you to
your
get
name.
him. I want
Change your name.
change your name to Missy. No, I strongly recommend we pick Dunkley because I want everyone in this group to do good.
Yeah.
Lockie Neal.
That's fair enough. Lockie Neal.
I love Lockie Neal. If someone saw Lockie Neal in someone's team, I wouldn't hate it.
No, why would you?
First buy would be a good downgrade target though, wouldn't he?
He would. That's why he's
Consider that one SEMers.
That's why he's not in my team.
Yeah, that's why he's not in my team.
Yeah. So, when you got your Supercoach, you got your notes and you just want to go, obviously when you got your buys, you got, who to think you want to get.
Yep.
Yeah. Sinclair and Neil are in my to get right after their first buy because St Kilda, Brisbane have their first buy. So they're the two main guys that I want in my team, but I'm going to wait right until that buy passes.
Yeah, that would be really good to snag them after the Gold Coast Geelong buy, bring in Lockie Neal.
That's it. That's what we want.
That's the only reason, because I love Lockie Neal. And having Neal as a pod feels like that would feel so good.
I think he'll be picked in a lot of teams after his buy. And if the last video of players that I couldn't fit in my team reveal, Neal was up there. He was number 3, I believe, that I couldn't fit in my team, but he will be in there, and he should be in there. Neal and Dunkley should definitely be the only 2 Premos I think you should have.
How if someone's feeling a bit frisky and wants a McLuggage and wants a 570?
If someone's feeling that McLuggage is going to be in the... Because obviously we want to get a midfield that's going to be the top 10 average. Obviously, why play? Like, McLuggage is going to make you money. He's already fucking how much money? 5 something?
570, I believe. That's off the top of my head, guys.
Like, I think McLuggage is going to have more of a stint on the wing after Dunkley comes in and just,
Have someone's feeling Jared Lyons, he's 500,000.
I don't think any Victorian is going to be feeling McLuggage or Jared Lyons. And I think they're probably under easily 3%.
Okay.
So... unless you don't barrack for Brisbane, I don't see why there's a reason you get them.
I agree.
So,
Breakout. Who do you have for your breakout, champ?
Look, I got to agree. It was hard to figure out. Like,
it's very hard to figure out.
I put Cam Rayner. I think it's time. I think it's time for him to step up as a number 1 pick for Brisbane.
Are they going to play him in the midfield with Dunkley there
They
now?
keep on trying, but you think about the breakouts. I actually think they're going to be really up there, and this is their year to go for a premiership. So I don't feel, because with breakouts, you're normally testing other players or positions and moving them around to see what they can do to get that breakout. Like that Sinclair had that, loose man role last year. That was his breakout year, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will Brodie obviously got transferred into a new team and had his breakout year last year in the midfield. I just don't see Brisbane kind of mucking around with their structures and players in positions. Do you see anyone in Brisbane going out of position into a new role?
Not really. I think they're pretty settled. Except for Zorko, because I know they're going to might play with Zorko around wherever the fuck they want. My breakout, I had Keenan Coleman.
I would have thought I was thinking about him. I would have thought he had a breakout year last year.
He did. I think he's got a bit left in the tank though. I think as Rich slowly gets out of the team and he's a young rebounder, I think he can bounce up a bit. I wouldn't recommend anyone pick him. I also have my breakout as Ashcroft because I think he's gonna fucking break out.
Ashcroft is Ashcroft. You've never seen him, so you know what I mean? Like Will Brodie was a breakout year because he played shit.
But other than that, I don't think there's many breakout candidates in
Brisbane.
No,
I'm only saying Cam Rayner because I couldn't think of anyone else really to pick. He's gone for rookies and we're talking about Zorkos, but they're not obviously.
I don't think Zorko's going to break out. No.
Speaking of Zorkos, my don't touch ever again is a Zorko. So I just think that his behaviour on and off the field and where he's
the shit bloke.
He's just the shit bloke.
He's super. He doesn't play 22 games a season. It's time to give up Zorko.
He's exciting to watch when he gets it because he does those little sprint bursts.
With Dunkley in the mid now, I don't think there's enough room.
Where's he going to play? Like the uncertainty of where he is now. He's in the forward line.
Every second week he gets injured.
Last week he was in the back line. Now he's in the forward line this year. Last year. So I just think. I might agree and take a page out of your book by saying he's getting a bit older.
Ooh, welcome to the dark side, baby.
The dark side. He's getting a bit older, and all these new sexy, actually proven premiums are now coming into
sexy.
Dunkleys and Neils, and Ashcroft hasn't even touched the ball.
Sexy.
He hasn't even touched the ball yet, and we think he's getting everyone excited. But
let me tell you my don't touch. It's going to really ruffle some feathers.
Oh, tell me.
Daniel Rich. Do not touch him.
Why not?
Do not touch Daniel.
He gets heaps. Don't you love it?
And you just see that big fucking Bambi looking fucking...
What about when you get Zach Bailey out, he's lining up for goal 50 metres out, and you know he's not going to fucking kick that goal, and then Daniel Rich is like...
Yeah, and then
he just goes, kadoo, it's a goal. That's
Daniel
exciting
Rich,
to watch.
don't touch. He is... The more I watch him over the seasons, the more he looks like he's never just going to be over his injury problems. He's another one, not as bad as Zorko in the injury department, but he's more expensive, that's for sure.
He's the only good backline for Brisbane, really, to get. Harris Andrews, you wouldn't get those either.
Harris Andrews is actually really cheap for what he can average, but I'm not fucking endorsing that. Daniel Rich is my don't touch. And
why? I want to know.
He's old.
He's old.
He's old?
He's 531,000, so he's averaging over 90-something.
Yeah, he's done. He's done, guys.
I still think he's got such a damaging oofting kick though.
Yeah, and he can do that maybe for 15 games a year.
So where do you think he's going? Because I have him in my top 10 in defenders.
Yeah, no, but you know, things change.
Things change, okay.
Like if I done my stuff again, it would be different, and maybe we'll do an updated one.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we
All right,
will.
fine.
Damn,
All right.
you look good in that poll.
Oh, you look way better in that poll. Anyway.
All right. Now,
Daniel Rich. All right, and obviously I don't think there's going to be any changes here. You're Rookie of the Year for Brisbane.
I didn't put in Ashcroft because I thought that was just too obvious. I would want to mix it up. I put in Wilmot.
You put in Wilmot. Well, you know what's funny, Jules? When you asked me, say, Jules, I got Ashcroft / Wilmot.
Now, who's Wilmot?
Darcy Wilmot.
You're asking us right now, like, who the fuck's Wilmot? And they're trying to flip through their Supercoach app, open it up. He's 188,000 midfielder.
And Wilmot?
Yeah.
Darcy Wilmot is not 188,000 midfielder. He is a defender.
Oh, no. I misspoke. I Mick Tunstall.
What?
Now, you're probably thinking, who's Tunstall?
I'm thinking, who the fuck's Tunstall?
Now, let me tell you something.
Tell us.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I never make
All right.
mistakes. I don't know what I can...
Yeah, it's all right, Jules. We'll forgive you. Tell us about, what's his name?
Tunstall. Tunstall.
How do you spell Tunstall?
T-U-N.
All right, let's have a look. Tunstall.
188,000 midfielder.
Okay. And what? Yeah.
197,000 midfielder.
Jordy, you only just need to get the fuck out of here, have a glass of water, come back and refresh.
I reckon.
Your stats are way off. James Tunstall. Did you even say his name was James?
I don't know his first name.
James Tunstall. Tell us about this midfielder.
I watched him in the pre-season.
Did you?
I watched him doing the intra-club match with Josh Dunkley.
Okay.
And he apparently is one of the best players along with Dunkley for him.
Was it like a West Coast where Dom Sheed and Yo just smashed?
I don't think Tunstall was on the good team. So to him to do good on the shit team, I think it's good. One to watch, guys. I know Ashcroft's obviously the one. Wilmot, everyone should have.
Yeah.
And Tunstall is just a sneaky one.
Would you say McKenna is a rookie?
I wouldn't, because I watched the preseason. I haven't seen much of McKenna. So McKenna is definitely a great price if he's named round 100%, but I can't see anything
Can't see
about
anything. No, fair enough. So Tunstall, keep an eye out. That's all right. It's okay. It's a good rookie to watch. It's 189,000.
Wilmot, 123,000.
In the back line.
Back line.
Ready to go.
I think he's arguably more important than Ashcroft to pick in your Supercoach side.
Why?
We like saving money in defence.
Oh, that's why. Jordy loves the tight ass.
He is completely underpriced. He's played 3 games. He's averaged above 60.
He should be around 330.
He should be 330. And you're getting him for 123k. Into the defence, Wilmot's an amazing pick. He should be 100%. The only reason he shouldn't be 100% is if he's not named round 1. But he was named in their finals team, so there's a bit of a shuffle around, and Dunkley's the one who pushes him out.
Yeah.
But there is no reason for Wilmot to not.
Like I said,
be
I think the back six in Brisbane, like they're very replaceable.
I don't understand how Wilmot is not the highest picked rookie because he's the only one that's so vast.
Maybe people didn't look at the finals, so I don't know. Maybe you're a Hawthorn supporter and you know they got eliminated, so you didn't care about footy after September and.
True.
You know.
But that's what we're here for, Hawthorn supporters.
Yeah, that's why we're here. So Hawthorn supporters should be listening in onto the Brisbane podcast.
Wilmot,
yeah,
Ashcroft, and a cheeky Tunstall. If he's named round 1,
to watch. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised, and he would be one to.
I'll adhere to your suggestions, Shores, and we'll keep an eye on it.
I mean, they're the 2 obvious ones. I thought I'd sneak someone else in there.
Fair enough. All right, George. Where do you have the Brisbane Lions on the AFL ladder by the end of this year?
Second.
George. Are you reading off my thing?
No, I also picked them second.
I also have picked them
We have them second. We think they're the second best team in the competition.
I think so. I think they come. Where did they finish? I didn't think they finished just.
They finished in the top 4.
Did they?
I believe.
Okay. Well, yeah, I got them finishing second, and there's a
I'm
lot
pretty
of
sure they knocked out Melbourne. I'm pretty sure they knocked out Melbourne and Richmond.
Anyway, let's not think about what happened in 2000.
You asked, champ. So
Yeah,
you brought
I did.
this up.
We don't have the stats there, but
Now, everyone's yelling at YouTube right now saying, they finished here. These guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, I know. Who the fuck is Dunstall?
Who the fuck is Tunstall?
He played for Hawthorn.
That's
the goal
it.
kicker at Hawthorn.
That's it. So, yeah.
You got to finish him second. I got him finishing second. Reasons why? Just new brigade of midfielders.
Oh, well, they
talent.
got just Dunkley in, Gunston in. They're clearly going for Breakout.
What do you think their downfall is, if you were to pick one?
Oscar McInerney.
That's what I was going to say. I was waiting for you to say the ruck, and that's what I think too. Oscar, like that.
I think he's a good ruckman. I think he's a very mid-table ruckman. He's not a Gorn Grundy. He's not a Blitzarves even. No. You know,
he's just a lumbering. He's not even that lumbering. He's not even that tall.
He doesn't take the big marks like the other ruckman does as much as they do.
Well, Lucky, Neil and Dunkley love tackle, and Berry and Lyon. They all love tackling.
They love tackling.
So whenever McInerney's up against a good ruckman, there's going to be a lot of tackles for those midfielders for Brisbane. That's for sure. Absolutely.
All right.
And if not, they'll shark it, and that's more Supercoach points. When the opposition ruckman hits it to Dunkley or Neil, that's more Supercoach points.
Yep.
Makes me want to get Neil.
Makes me want to get Neil. But you can't fit them all, and we're going to be doing every single team. So good teams coming up, guys. Don't go, because we are going to go.
And obviously, as you can see, we've done the Adelaide team, we're doing Brisbane, so you can clearly guess what's next. And what's next is
Fremantle. All right, guys. I don't think there's
Blues.
much more I want to talk about Brisbane. They're a great side. They're going to do great things. Dunkley and Neil, great picks. I prefer to get my Lockie Neil after the bye. I wouldn't do the same thing with Dunkley because I think he's got a little bit more juice in the tank up in that forward line.
Yep, I agree. And if you happen to miss our previous video, which is our league code, go back and have a look at it. And it's released there just in case.
People, just in case. Code. If you guys want some easy cash, I mean, there's going to be like first, second, there's one of you guys after me, maybe take out 1 and 2. So,
have you been getting more kisses from the missus in that top?
So much more.
So much more kisses. Because you look quite so good out sexy.
Because you look amazing.
Oh, guys, I can't wait to bring this home.
All right.
All right.
Oh, we're flying through these podcasts. We didn't even say hi to our boys at Serious Supercoach.
Oh, hi, Serious Supercoach boys.
And
shout out to
like
them.
and subscribe if you're new here. We can do every goddamn team. And guess what, guys? When the Supercoach season starts, we'll be doing some videos midweek. We'll be doing Captain's Corner or whatever. Of course, Captain's
It'll be one.
Something. We'll make some good names for them too.
Of course.
And we're going to be bagging out. We're going to be abusing. It's going to be downright almost close to a restraining order based on what we're going to do to the players that are not performing in our team and yours.
I see a court case coming.
I see plenty.
I see a court case coming.
Is it Tarrant Thompson? Oh, anyway, we'll see you in the next. See you guys.
I'll see you on the Fremantle Blues podcast.
Is it Carlton next?
Carlton. See you guys.